We were very lucky to see also some ducklings with the giant tortoises in the pond. That was very cute because that doesn't happen all the time. The tortoises spend some time in these ponds in order to get away from mosquitoes and also to thermoregulate their bodies. Look how big is this one.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
There's the lobby. And my room's right down there. A little nicer than the dive boat. Sweet. Second floor. Got a little computer center right here. Heading into the lounge. And the bar, of course. Back at Pinnacle Rock. Not planning on doing the hike today. I want to do some snorkeling.
We're going to explore Cerro Dragon. As the name suggests, we are looking for dragons in this place, the land iguana.
This is a good time for iguanas because it's a lot of vegetation right now. These animals are mostly herbivores. Males tend to be yellowish, more yellowish than females. And you will see patterns in the skin. That's because they keep shedding the skin in a seasonal way. I don't know if you can imagine how dry this becomes. Like, it's crazy, crazy dry, to the point that the only green thing that you will see around is probably cactuses. So this is a time where they have to gather as much energy, and they just pass the mating season. When the mating season happens, they gather, they become a little more social. Males interact in a fighting way.
Anya.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
to the post office today.
That's right. We even got a sunrise
I know.
at the post office. Special delivery.
That's it. The first person to discover this island was a Spanish bishop. Yeah, that was earlier in 1535. The pirates came, but the second wave of people came here were whalers. The English crown, the king at the time, they sent this group of people led by Captain James Colnett. He was a whaler that was sent here in order to find first if there are whales, and secondly to draw a navigation chart of these islands so they can send more whalers to these islands in order to capture as much whales as they can to produce more oil. Yeah, this Captain James Colnett, he is the responsible of installing this. They will leave a letter there. Whoever is going back home, they will check all this, carry it with you, go there, knock the door, deliver the letter. Yeah, and the crazy thing is that this remains as the oldest, as the first and the oldest post office in Latin America.
Okay, Weston and Maya, here you go. From the Galapagos.
Here's mine.
Were you sending it to yourself?
No, I'm sending it to my parents.
Okay.
Looking at all these rocks, that there's very little growing on them. If it was California's coast, they would be covered with encrusting organisms. But the tropical sun is so harsh that it cooks anything that's not subtidal or more or less underwater majority of the time. I am very impressed.
This is where we went through.
This is a great resting ground for sea turtles. There's a pretty bird. And look at the beak.
The beak has a hook on it.
The beak is like a hook, yeah.
Why can't we go the other way? Is it too rough?
It's less fun.
It's a little, yeah, it's less fun. Look at these two little cute ones following us.
I see that flip. I see that
Here, there's one coming right up to the boat, right behind us. A little one.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. No, that's a young one. That's a...
Yeah.
And those are usually on islands that had predation by tortoises.
So there must have been tortoises on that.
Yep, there were.
They're coming to visit, guys. Look at them.
Very cool.
brown, but if you put it in the sun and you look carefully, this is the green sandy beach. This is the olivine. The olivine and minerals, they're all over here. Do you see?
Today we are in Punta Cormorant in Floriana Island. The weather is spectacular today and we found flamingos. They are not only here, but they are really close. For me, it's actually the first time that I see them this close, and we can appreciate some details of the beaks, some details of their feeding behaviors. So it's really a unique opportunity.
Depressions or baby turtle nest. Somebody's waiting for dinner for them turtles to hatch. Too thrilled we're here. Wow, heavier than I thought. A couple of sea lion skulls. Alas, poor York. I knew him well.
Right? So those sounds came from blue-footed boobies, and they're just here around the corner right now. Because right now I heard the boobies, they're dancing together. Do you hear that? Those are the blue-footed boobies. They are actually, their nest is right there. Right now they are courting. They're dancing together. The male wants to whistle. And the female is honking. The same one. Oops. So that's the male. That one who opens his wings right now, that was the male. His blue feet to the female, placing the feet on the air. And you see how they place? They're pulling out of their feet. So beautiful.
Sunday, and a few hours after sunset, we're going to see the start of an eclipse when the moon, earth, and sun all line up, and it'll turn a rusty color, maybe orangey color.
What could be better than being in the Galapagos Islands with an amazing starry sky, no lights around, with Scorpios all across this beautiful sky, and we have seen the whole phase of the lunar eclipse. Just an amazing experience.
beach.
This afternoon we're visiting Punta Suarez. This is a unique place with its own flavor, colony of sea lions and several types of seabirds such as Nazca boobies, gulls, and many others flying around. The island is rocky, an old island, an ecosystem that has favored many of the species that define this region, the Galapagos Islands.
Doing a yoga pose here, huh?
The waved albatross. He's named after the wave pattern that he has on their chest, on their feathers. It's one of the fewest animals that here in Galapagos they migrate. And they migrate only to get food. They do not feed themselves here in the Galapagos Islands. They go all the way to Peru to feed on squid. They stay there for 3-4 months. They do not touch land at all in Peru.
How long before the babies grow up and fly out?
It's about 60 days. And then the baby ones take to 3 to 4 months in order to grow, molt, and take off. That's the clue why they choose Española Island as a nesting site. Once the baby is ready to take off, it's really heavy. Albatrosses cannot take off from land to the air. They need to run, right? They need to run and then jump. For the first fly, once they're juvenile and ready to fly, the juveniles need the cliff. Do you see that cliff over there? So that's why this is the only nesting site that they choose, because they do have the perfect conditions for the first flight.
Bengal sea lions may go to the ocean sometimes for hours, but sometimes for 2, 3, 4 days or a week, and then they come back. And the baby will remain on the shore all those days.
Off into the sunset. Tuesday morning.
He's cooling down with his throat. He opens the feathers and let the air touch his skin to cool down. He's stand up and making shade for them. So it's the coldest position that they can give to the babies. Daddy is singing over there. Oh, because that one is coming, look.
Did you get that on video?
I did.
That's wonderful.
Changing of the guard.
Changing of the guard.
watching the sunset too. Yeah, that's an amazing